Hello! So we're going to do a whistle-top tour of the different practices for the different chakras. So rather than taking you through a practice, I'm just going to show you what postures, what movements, what meditations relate to each one so that you can find the ones you want to work with. So we start with the root, down at our base, down here. And the first one is the spinal flex. So inhaling forward, exhaling back. As we inhale, the chest opens and lifts. As we exhale, that navel point goes right back. We're pushing back. And the head moves slightly, but we're not doing this. And we hold our focus at the root. This is a very energizing movement for the root. Okay, so that's number one. Number two is coming into crow squat. So the toes shoot off in the same direction as the knees, which helps protect the knees. The bum hangs low. So I have a teacher who says, imagine you have a kangaroo tail, that heavy weight that sinks down. You clasp the hands, the index fingers come forward, and you stretch forward, opening up the back. And then a very light breath of fire, or long deep breathing. And of course you can use any kind of prop you want for this, so you can give yourself some support, and you can also come into it just like this. If you know your knees aren't going to take a squat, you can be like this. Okay, so coming into the second chakra, the sacral chakra, we have the Sufi grind, inhaling forward, exhaling back. We do that in one direction, and then I like to spiral inwards and find that point of stillness and balance, and then spiral out again from that central point. Obviously you'll be doing it for longer than I'm doing now, just to demonstrate. So where the root is all about groundedness, connection to the earth, the sacral chakra is all about flow, creativity, water. And the other position is the old frog, where the knees shoot out in the same direction as the toes, the heels are together, we inhale up, the head comes towards the knees, we exhale down. And if you're starting out, start out with 11. Go at your own pace, okay? That's the frog. And the heels stay up as you stretch the legs. We come to the third chakra, our core, our powerhouse, the fire, how we digest our food, how we digest life, how we hold ourselves in life. Having a strong core allows us to hold ourselves. So they're all core exercises. There's the extended table. So coming on all fours, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips. Inhaling, stretching one hand and the opposite leg, making sure that the hips are nice and level here. And I find it really helps to focus on the elongating of the body, because it is a tough one. And then on the other side. So I usually hold that for a minute and then go into child's pose and then come up and do the other side. The other one is stretch pose, which certainly stretches us. So the hands come over the thighs, we lift the head, and it's a light breath of fire. If it's too much to have both legs up, you just bring one leg down, bring it up and bring the other leg down. And A softer version of this is to inhale the legs up and then exhale the head up. And any leg lifts are good for the core. So whether it's one leg and then the other leg, or whether it's both legs, always inhaling up, exhaling down, and listening to your lower back. As we work on the core, it's important to listen to your lower back. So we come to the heart, the central point between the two triangles, the lower triangle, the finite part of us, the human material part of us, and the upper triangle, the infinite part of us, and the heart, which knows both, the seat of our compassion. So, spinal twist, inhaling the arms to the shoulders, and a strong breath. If that's too strong for you, too strong for the shoulders, you can bring the hands down to the legs, and one hand starts at the knee. It's just a bit softer. And another one for the heart is coming onto your front. And to begin with, just allowing the hips to rock from side to side and feel the weight of the body sinking down through the hips. And when you feel the weight sinking down, you'll feel the pelvic bone sinking into the mat, pressing into the mat. And that's the time to bring the elbows under the shoulders and gently come up. The hands are wide, fingers are wide, and opening the heart forward. So we're pushing up through the arms, the shoulders are relaxed, and the heart faces forward, breathing into the heart. If you know your lower back can take it, you can come higher, but really listening for what your body can allow. And slowly we come down, rest the head on the back of the hands. And any mantra with ah is good for the heart. So if you just place your hand on your heart and just try going ah, you'll feel that vibration there. And ma is a lovely mantra to chant. You can just literally place your one hand or both hands on the heart and just deep inhale, ma, holding for as long as your breath allows, and then inhaling and repeating. And we come to the throat chakra, so coming onto your heels. This is our self-expression, and when it's energized and balanced, we know how to express ourselves clearly. It's also about listening. So for us to be able to express ourselves clearly, we first must listen to ourselves. When we listen to ourselves, we know how to express ourselves clearly and be heard. And we also learn to listen to others. So dog breath is a wonderfully energizing, cleansing breath for this part of the body where we hold a lot of blocked emotions and things that we haven't been able to say. So you stick out your tongue and you pant very softly like a dog here. It might speed up, it might slow down, you might get a lot of saliva, you might get a very dry mouth. It's all good. And I usually start with a minute and then work up to 3 minutes. It's if you've got any issues with your throat chakra, your thyroid, it's a wonderful daily practice. Otherwise, neck rolls So we don't want to take the neck roll into a really extreme position. So it's more like a very small, gentle movement. We're not taking the head right back as we go right back. You could imagine that you're just creating small circles with the chin. Try doing that. And it's slow, it's soft, and when you're ready you change direction. We come to the third eye point, the seat of our intuition. So when we surrender the analytical, judgmental, dualistic mind, we come to a knowing deeper than the mind, which relates to intuition and our wisdom mind, our neutral mind. And this is the bowing pose, so inhaling, exhaling, and touching the forehead to the mat. And then the other position is to come into child's pose with hands in prayer. And in these positions, you hold your awareness, your focus at the third eye point. The colour is deep indigo. We come to the crown. So there's a few for the crown. Well, there's many for all of them, but I'm just doing a few. So one is to hold your hands over the crown of your head and close your eyes, and just imagine light flowing through the hands and down through the crown of the head into the body. It's a long, deep breath. Then we also have Sat Kriya. On the heels, the hands come up, clasped with the index fingers up, and the shoulders are relaxed, the arms are by the ears, and as we say Sat, we pull the navel point in. As we say Nam, we relax. Sat Nam, truth is my identity. And we chant this to know the truth of our identity, to know the truth of existence. Sat, pulling the navel in. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat, the root lock, naturally pulls as we pull the navel in. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. Sat. Nam. There's no direction for the breath. It just comes, it just finds its way. So starting with a minute, building up to 3, and then you can go to 7, 11. Powerful practice. A mantra for the crown chakra is Sa Ta Na Ma. Sa, infinity. Ta, birth, creation. Sa Ta Na, death, transformation. Ma, Sa Ta Na Ma, resurrection, rebirth. And it goes like this, closing the eyes with the focus either at the third eye point or the eyes turned up towards the crown. Sa Ta Na Ma, Sa Ta Na Ma, Sa Ta Na Ma, Sa Ta Na Ma, Sa Ta Na Ma. To end, you take a deep inhale, pause the breath, and let the mantra keep vibrating through you as you exhale and pause. So I said it was going to be a whistle-top tour. I can't say that. I wasn't wrong. So we come to the aura, the space around us. And let's start with the breath of 10. So as we inhale in segmented parts, we bring the hands up. We pause the breath as the palms reach, pausing, coming down to the heart, and exhale. So it's like this. So trying that. If you don't make 10, just make however many your breath will allow of segmented inhales. You pause at the top, bring the hands to the heart and exhale. As you inhale, you can imagine you're gathering up all of the light, the energy you've generated, and bringing it to the heart. You can also use a mantra. Wahe, 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 wahe. On the inhale, Guru. A celebration of the journey from darkness to light, the wonder of life. And finally, standing up without using your hands. The sweep for the aura. So feet comfortably hip distance apart, soften the knees, inhaling, sweeping the arms up, exhaling, bringing them down to your thighs or behind you. And it's a strong, powerful breath. And if your shoulders will allow it, get a good pace going. So our aura, when it's strong, attracts what's for us in life, attracts opportunities, the opportunities that are for us, and protects us against that which is not for us. So attracts and protects. When you finish, you inhale, stretch up, pause the breath, exhale, shake out the shoulders and the arms. They'll need it. Okay, so please feel free to get in touch with any questions. If you're starting a daily practice and you're just working with one chakra, the one that you know needs your attention, or maybe 2 or 3, then just take as many of those practices as you want and build yourself a morning practice or a daily practice. And the great thing about a daily practice is to look at the long term. So when I started a daily practice, it was on and off and here and there, and I just kept coming back, thinking, I know I want to have this in my life. And now I have an established daily practice, which I love. It's the foundation of my life. And so be kind to yourself, encourage yourself, and know when you haven't been able to do it for a few days or weeks, all you need to do is take out your mat and come back to it. So, I wish you energized, balanced chakras, a full and fulfilling life, and any questions, feel free to be in touch. Until next time.